Please, the show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Everyone, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host, Superman, in the house. Hope everyone is doing well out there. And yeah, what a huge day today, of course. Charlie Kirk Memorial Vigil there, amazing. And of course, the Vice President opening, Charlie Kirk's wife opening it up as well. Incredible to see her and Erica Kirk. And then, of course, finishing off with the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, 45 and 47. And then, of course, a sweet embrace with Erica Kirk at the end. It was truly, truly amazing. And the ultimate, of course, was giving all glory to God. Of course, Jesus Christ is risen from the death over almost 2,000 years ago in a 33. It was pretty crazy. And what an incredible moment. It really feels like something big is coming down the line. It really is amazing. Some people likening Erica Kirk to the next Esther in the Bible. It could be huge, and we're excited to see where things are going. Fantastic, but a wonderful tribute. We're going to get into that, as well as, of course, into crypto and PulseChain markets. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. So without further ado, get into the chat there. Before we do that, though, let's get the links out and see how the things are going now. So let's do that, and I'm just going to get the link there. All right. Might hear a few noises in the background. Got a few people here at the moment. So share the show around on X. That will really help a lot. Get out there, folks, and get that out. It's nice. All right. My hair's a little disheveled today. Been out in the wind. This is the way it goes sometimes. We got Hex Down Under in the house there. Morning, Superman. Great to see you. Hex Down Under, big shout out. Welcome to the chat. Very, very cool. All right, so let's get into it. We've got a few things to talk about. So let's start off with that. Let me just fix up some of the studio stuff here. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see what we got there. So let me just... let me see where we're going there. We're just going to hide that, aren't we? I'll click hide there. Oh, I'm not sure it's not hiding there for some reason. And let's pick up the screen as well. I'm going to get going. So kind of cool. All right, let's go into it. And of course, Charlie Kirk. Let me just do one more little tab there. So Charlie Kirk had the memorial today. Just incredible. There's not a video of the memorial, of course, just a quick video from the White House. Absolutely spectacular. And it really feels like we may very well see a huge revival. It's going to be wonderful. Just home from night shift, off to sleep. All this money is going to PDI. As he says, we are here to win. Nice one there, Hex Down Under. Yeah, I saw PDI the other day, so we'll talk about crypto in a minute. So that is a wonderful tribute, and I might actually do a bit more coverage on the Charlie Kirk, maybe later today or tomorrow. So we'll talk about that. All right, so without further ado, though, let's get into the chat. Talk about crypto. We're going to move into the big screen now. And we can see at the moment, crypto right now, $4.119 trillion, down 0.5%. And what is it? Wookie says, Wookie did watch the Charlie Kirk memorial today. Nice one there, Wookie. Yeah, it was fantastic. Absolutely amazing. We got the total amount of coins, 18,857 at the moment. And looking at Bitcoin, we're at $115,290, down 0.3%. We got Ethereum at the moment at $4,453, down 0.7%. XRP at $2.97, down 0.2%. BNB, which has been absolutely on fire, hasn't it? Crushing over $1,000, is now at $1,048, up 0.4%. Solana at number 6 is down 1.2%, $236. Doge at number 8 is down 2.4%, and Tron at number 10 is down 1.1% at 34 cents. So those are our top 10 at the moment. And we've got a very close, the gap's closed a little bit there between ADA and Tron, between number 10 and 11. Best performer in the last 24 hours, still BNB, just like yesterday. And for the week, up 12.5%. So BNB absolutely crushing it there. And of course, yesterday we saw a lot of the top protocols were all on BNB as well. So no surprises there. The best performer in the top 100 at the moment, we got Story IP up 39%. We got Hash up 36%. We got Immutable up 18%, Near Protocol up 14%, and World Liberty is up 14%. And I think we've got our own WLFI on PulseChain as well. So there we go. Top 5 at the moment in the list for the week. Looking at top 1,000 gainers, we've got Pump BDC up 130%, and Avantis they're up 62%, and Hemi up 60%, matching out of top 1,000 at the moment. So pretty awesome. Now we're going to go deep dive into that today. But trending, we've got Aster, Advantis, and Linear at the moment trending on CoinGecko. So those are our top performers in crypto. So yeah, 4.119 trillion. Let's quickly jump over to Bitcoin and have a look at the trading chart. So we have a quick look at that, and we can see that Bitcoin there is looking very good indeed. We are over the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average right now is $114,000, and the 200 is at 106,000. So just all creeping up, and Bitcoin there just starting to really gain some traction there. 115,400. Nice consolidation, of course, in this zone, looking really strong. We take the overlays away, you can see that very nice and clear, looking very good. Leading into the bullish Q4 we were expecting. Now, we did have the interest rate cut, 25 basis points, and we are on a path to lower rates. It looks like we'll at least get 75 basis points by the end of the year. So that will take us down from 4.5 down to 3.75 percent for interest rates by the end of the year. Hopefully it will be slightly higher than that. That'd be pretty cool to get a 50 basis points. We'll see. But certainly 75 seems to be on the cards at the moment. And the market is expecting the beginning of next year also to continue that rate decrease. So we could potentially get, by March, April down to 3%, which is close to where the inflation rate is right now at 2.9. So that's kind of the overview of interest rates. So we are on that downward path, and the market's like that, right? Why? Because risk on, right? You get a lot of risk on because you get much lower rates doing safer investments, and you have to look for riskier investments to do that. So you have to go to stock market and crypto, right? So that's really fuel for the fire there. We also have had, pretty much record money printing, and that may even accelerate. So it's looking pretty good. We got Blair in the house there. Hi all, good to see you, Blair. Big shout out. We got Frog Boy as well. Good morning, Suitman. Welcome, Frog Boy. Great to see you as well. So that is in the play right now. So that is Bitcoin, looking pretty good. Let's go to Ethereum. Actually, let's quickly look at the Bitcoin ETFs. We obviously have had some decent money coming in on the ETFs. So you're talking about $500 million in some of these days. Back on 10th, 11th of September. Obviously, a bit of a drop off recently around the inflows, around 150, 200 million last couple of days. But everything is still tracking pretty well. And of course, we know that Ethereum has been getting a lot of the limelight, right? So Ethereum has been getting a lot of the limelight. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So that is Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum chart. Now, Ethereum at the moment is tracing pretty nicely. And we've still got what we talked about yesterday with the charts. And that is our downside seems to be down here, down to here. So down to 3,800. And of course, that's a short-term view. Obviously, the chart's looking pretty good for Ethereum too, pretty similar to Bitcoin right now. This box, of course, represents the strategic ETH reserve acquisitions, and they've been going very well. And while that's been happening, of course, the purchases, these strategic ETH reserves have been getting all this Ethereum for super cheap, right? Super cheap at the moment. So let's have a quick look at the strategic ETH reserve and see what that looks like right now. See if there's been any update. There may be tomorrow that we get the update. So we have no update, but we know that Bitmine Immersion is buying Holton Ethereum, so we should get an update tomorrow by my accounts on the strategic ETH reserve. Currently 5 million ETH in there, 68 participants, and 4.12% of total ETH supply, which is pretty amazing, right? So that is looking very good. So the upside, of course, is Tom Lee's projections, and we know that we've got a lot of excitement about that. So we've got between his bottom range is 8,000, but the top of his range is 15 to 16,000. So at the top here, so we've got a very bullish upside, and it's looking amazing. So with obviously the strategic ETH reserves have to continue to buy, and they've got raising billions, tens of billions of dollars to do so. And at the moment, been able to pick up a lot, but the exchanges are falling, right? So between the beginning of July, there was about 20 million ETH on exchanges. Now, by the time we get, currently now it's around 17, so already down about 3 million ETH of the exchanges. So it's getting scarcer and scarcer, and that means that eventually, with even more buy pressure, and of course with some of the hype, we're going to see a huge blow away in the price towards the end of the year, and of course with interest rates in lockstep. The other positive thing was we saw, even though there was a slight decrease after the interest rates came out with the stock market actually did rally. And so that AI tech boom theme is going to run a couple of years, right? So that's looking very good for the stock market, therefore looking good for crypto. So we've got a lot of positive fundamentals happening. Which is really, really exciting. Obviously, this is going to be cool. This is obviously going to have an impact on PulseChain as well, both indirect and potentially a direct impact on the PulseChain sacrifice, right? Depending on how that is used. And of course, that may be well in the future. A lot of people holding on to that idea, but we may see many other fundamentals happen before that, just like marketing and promotions happening with the tablet that's out at the moment. We got Hexfad in the house there. Hey, again, good to see Hexfad. Big shout out. Welcome to the chat. So that is kind of the view right now. We are expecting this accumulation from these acquisition vehicles to continue. So we're going to put a little picture in of that too. So right into the end of the year. So that gives us, right into here. We're going to have pretty severe, purchases. The other big thing is that we've got the Clarity Act coming out in this era as well, plus more digital strategy around crypto, and particularly we may see things around the Bitcoin and altcoin stockpile accumulation strategies. So that could be really, really big. We know that Trump's been teasing about paying off the national public debt, which is 37 trillion with crypto, writing crypto checks. So they've obviously got to pick up more crypto to do that, although they are obviously a giant Bitcoin holder. We got Sean O'Malley in the house there. All up. I like the attitude in today. Very, very cool. So that is some of the stuff we're seeing at the moment in the old Ethereum charts. Looking pretty good. Let's have a quick look at the ETFs for the Ethereum. We can also see that the ETFs are also green buying most of the time here, and we've actually had some pretty amazing amounts. So not bad there with the old crypto. Let's go to the US dollar here. We can see that we've been getting some $300 million candles. We have stopped getting some of these $750,000 candles, but we've still been getting some pretty good, decent $400 million candles type of thing last week, and then of course recently just tapered off a little bit, but still getting pretty good numbers there at the moment. 200 million, of course, on the 18th. So keep a lookout for this. We obviously seen that take a lot of the traction potentially away from Bitcoin as well, and we have seen some Bitcoin OG wallets suddenly sell their Bitcoin in mass, and these are OG wallets, and then suddenly buying Ethereum because they see the flip in value. So it's game on, and it's still very early days for Ethereum. So some pretty bullish things happening there, and that brings us pretty much into PulseChain, right? Which is pretty cool. We're going to talk about that and the PulseChain SAC value. So get into the chat there as well and say hello. Once again, a special hello to many of the people in the chat there. We've got Hex Down Under, we've got Wookie in the house, we've got Blair, we've got Frog Boy, we've got Hexcavator, we've got Sean O'Malley. A big shout out to everybody there. And don't forget to get into the chat and also share the show around. That'd be really, really great. All right, so that is pretty cool. Let's jump over into PulseChain, and we got PulseChain. Obviously, PulseChain launched on the 13th of May, 2023. That was 863 days ago. We got Pulse at the moment at quadruple 0378, down 0.5%, sitting at 38% of the main sacrifice. We've got PulseX at the moment at quadruple 0247, down 0.5% as well. That is sitting with the buy and burn has gone up slightly. We're now at 7.77% of the public supply has been bought up and burned, which is pretty cool. And on that note, talking about fire and burning, we got Q Baller in the house there. Good to see you, Q Baller. Big welcome. And morning all. We got incentive token at the moment, $1.33. That is flat today. and we've got HEX at the moment at 8500th of a penny, down 1.7%, with EHEX down slightly from yesterday at 2400th of a penny. Combined price EHEX and PX is sitting at 1.09 cents. That is HEX right now. So there we go on the mark. That is the market on PulseChain. Obviously, accumulation zone still in play. And of course, as Sean says, DCAing still the value play. Absolutely. Well said there, Sean. All right, so let me jump into the marks. I just realized I wasn't even on the right screen, but we're going to go through it one more time. All right, so let's quickly do that before I race on. We've got Pulse at the moment at quadruple 0378, as I said, down 0.5%. We've got PulseX at quadruple 0247, down 0.5%. We've got incentive token pretty much flat at $1.33, and HEX on PulseChain at 8,500 a penny, down 1.7%, and EHEX at 2,400 a penny. Combined price EX and PX at 1.09 cents. Let's say 1.1 cent, for example. That is where we are on the mark. Let's quickly go to the gas prices. We've got 760,000 beats right now, 1 cent for a PulseX swap. And validators, we've got 52,944 validators, so it's looking pretty strong. We have had an uplift in the last couple of days on that, which was nice. The bridge value, we're down. We had about 114.6 million yesterday. We're down at 111.5, so we're obviously down a few million there as well. And I did take a snapshot, if you guys remember, but we won't look at that today because we're going to get to the markets a bit more. Let's go to the treasury of PulseChain. Obviously, we covered Ethereum earlier. Well, we're still up $113 million, 18%, sitting at 740 million. So that hasn't really moved too much, down maybe about 5 million from yesterday. So still looking very good on the PulseChain SAC, or the PulseChain Strategic Reserve, as I like to call it. Looking very, very good. What else do we got? Frog Boy says, love how Superman gets to the point with the latest updates. Thank you, friend. You're most welcome, Frog Boy. That is my channel. That's my content. I try to stick to the PulseChain and the cryptos, but that is where we are, and that is kind of cool. All right. Let's jump away to the total market cap on crypto for PulseChain. We're at 12.1 million, guys. So we're pretty similar from yesterday, if I remember right. They're pretty similar. Actually, we're up a little bit, actually. I think we were even down lower yesterday. So we're up a little bit there at 12.1 million. Sean says we are all exhausted, but still good money to be made on chain outside the core, says Sean. Yeah, that is true. That is true. So at the moment, we got a Tropa, James Maria, sitting at 10 cents. That is up 9.7% today. We've obviously got James Maria Teddy Bear in number 4 to 6 position pairs as well. They're up almost 6% also. One of them even up 7% there. And then stuck in the middle between James Maria's Teddy Bear and a Tropa is Love.io from Anderson, sitting at 5 zeros, 1,800, and that is up 8% as well. So at the moment. But we dropped down a little bit further at number 7. Or number 9 now, because Teddy Bear just moved up there as well. We've got 4 Teddy Bears there. And of course, at number 9, we've got world's greatest P-dye printer. So we've got OG WebChef, right? OG WebChef at number 9 and 10. So look at that. Isn't that interesting? Oh, Compound at the top there too. Only been around, it's been around for over 2 years. So one of the forks, 115% on Compound, just snuck up there in number 1. So those are our top 10 right now. So essentially, James Maria, Anderson, and OG WebChef. We got PDC the Greys at number 11, up at 3.7%. Token A1A up 3.3% at number 12. Firewall, of course, which has been trending the last couple of days in anticipation of the big launch for X Game. That is up 3%, making a late move compared to X Game and SolidX originally, although SolidX I think was down. DevC Coin is up 2.8%. X Game still holding up pretty strong. This is versus the pump tires, of course, which is a little bit higher, and in terms of the versus Pulse pair, and that is at 1,800th of a penny right now, at 1.7%. Number 17. So we've got some split pairs here with PDC, but that's also number 17 there. Bria there from Miss Rochelle there as well, or that's doing pretty well, up 1.1% compared to everything else at the moment, although it's already had its bit of a shakeout already, hasn't it? And that is in place. So still holding here at the moment at 3,500. Well, let's see. And of course, we've got Coinwell coming up potentially in October. We will see. They said Q4, but I can't imagine it being that late. It's only 9 days to go to the 1st of October. So we'll see whether we get a 1st of October launch. What do you guys reckon? Let me know in the chat. Blair's excited. Good to see you, Blair. Woo! Yeah, that's the way to go. So that is where we are right now on Bria token. let's jump back now and get into Diehard. Diehard at the moment, 6.2 cents, at 1% right now. And then we get some more OG Web Chef with Remember, the 5th of September. That's what it says. The 5th of September for sure. And that's at number 2021, so not bad. Sparta coming in there with the old Hex Treasury, sitting at 99.2 cents. That is up almost, it's up 0.7% there. And then we get into the Richard Hart cores with INC sitting at $1.33, up 0.6% as well. Number 28 is 9mm Exchange. That is our second biggest DEX. That is at 1.2 cents right now, up 0.25%, followed by good old Teddy Bear, supported by, I guess, still Ian Heinisch and B-Roots, the big influencers. That's up 0.25% at the moment, sitting at 1400 of a penny. So quite the discount in the old Teddy. Let's have a quick look at it. And that's quite a discount on this one. So let's see whether those two giant influencers on PulseChain can lift this chain, can lift this token on the old Teddy. Let me know in the chat there if you've seen them posting anything about Teddy takeover. Obviously, that is in play. Let's see what else we got going. I talked about Teddy. Now we got Liberty coming up at number 30. Then we're getting into the other decks. We've got 9-inch as well. So the two dexes are not too far away from each other, are they? 9-inch and 9mm. And 9-inch is just sitting flat. But 9-inch chart looks pretty bad, and the volume's pretty low. But Hexy Bastard said he's back, and there's stuff coming. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Maybe just trying to time the market right, which is probably what's happening there. So let's have a look. Remember, I think they raised $16 million for 9-inch. And the chart, this is the chart right now. So it could be the buy of a lifetime. We'll see. The old dexes, of course, normally get re-rated when we get a rally. We haven't had the rally in PulseChain yet. So you just have to bide your time. So not bad. All right, so that's some of the charts there. Have we got all through all the greens? I think we have. Let me just jump back here, because we are going to be talking about MemeCoin, casinos, and gaming. So that's pretty much all the green ones right now, 32 coins. So we've got just under a third of the coins in the top 100 are actually green right now. That is the mix. And then we've got everything else down below. So yeah, that's pretty much where it is right now. All right, so that is that. So we're going to talk about memes. Now, I haven't got my meme list. I've got to rebuild my meme list because I deleted my cache memory, but I'm going to rebuild the memes. But I would think we're going to have a huge meme coin boom coming up. And let me just pull up a few things to talk about that. In the meantime, we've got Frogboy. Frogboy says, Suitman, what's your opinion on RH memes law? It's a narrative I don't hear many people talk about. You might have to flesh that out a little bit there, Frogboy, just so I follow what you mean. Obviously, there's a website with all RH memes from Pump Tires, if that may be what you're alluding to. Frank Whitehouse there, bang, bang, PulseChain gang. And let me just see if I got all my websites. I've saved a lot of these websites to the memes. We've got a couple of websites that cover memes. Let's see if I've got them all here. Let's see here. Have I got them? I've got RH Meme Liquidity. That's one website. I haven't really shown these before, but I keep track of them. Not in a full-on way, but but I do keep track of them. Let's see the other one here. Yeah, I don't know. See, I've got them here somewhere, but I've got so many sites. Let me have a look. Actually, there's more sites. I'm not sure where they are, but Superman Pump Tires. No. Let's scroll back down here. I saved them all, I'm sure, but I can't see them all here right now. I might pull those up on another one, but we do have RH memes, so let's pull that one up while we're here. And go. Let's have a look here. We got Sean says, "Hey, you're still too busy counting his millions," says Sean. That's fun. You mean Hexy? Yeah, sure. What else? Let's get into it. Let's get into this website here and talk about that. So this is the current one, rhmemesliquidity.com. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe Frogboy's referring to this to some degree. But we can see a lot of the meme coins in here. Got a cool little chart here. We've got Doge, Bitcoin, Solana, all Pump Tires, I believe, all the way through around even the stable coins. We've got the most token, Pump Tires, Trump token, Pepe. It's all there. This is on rhmemes.com. I don't know if you guys, some of you will be familiar with it, others won't. But that is the website. I'll post it in the chat there. There are a couple other meme websites up these days, and I have got them saved somewhere, but not showing up at the moment. So There's the link to rhmemes.com. And it has the homepage, got Bragg and Alpha Law. I guess this is what you might be referring to. Is this, I guess, is what you may be talking about there, the origins and chronicles of RH memes. And I think that was probably as close to what I think you were talking about there, Frog Boy. So you've got pump deploy information. We've got token launch timeline, which is pretty cool. And we've got pump at the top there, all the way through Trump, Most, Pepe, Elon. So they're all there, all the way through down to the bottom there to Mars. And then you've got Richard Hart's connection first tweet, dumping P-Dive RH memes, explaining pump tires features, promoting pump tire coins, Most chart, why pump tires is cool. We've got the official marketing material there, of course, with the old iPad. We've got the sacrifice wallets as well. So that's all there as well. Scan, sending pulse. So we've got all the stuff there. We've got the chapters, individual token chronicles. Most, nobody wants to be the least wanted. Pump tires, the platform. Presidential tribute, Trump token, Pepe, the memetic classic, the visionary token, Elon, the original meme Dodge, the smart contract pioneer ETH, digital gold standard BTC. We've got XRPs there as well. Soil, speed meets speed, etc. Richard's die, we've got the old pump tires die there, the stable coins, of course. And then we've got Mars, the origin story, and Mars, the planet Richards there. So that is a bit of a map, kind of cool, right? You can actually see the hex derivatives, the cores, P copies, pump tires, RH memes. They've got cool little informations there as well. DGN, it's a pretty cool website, right? Pretty cool website indeed. So that is it. Frogboy says, "Yeah, Superman, you got it." Yeah. Well, I saved these websites, but I don't often talk about a lot of the stuff because it's just maybe not topical at the time. But yeah, I thought that memes we should be talking about that because if we're all pretty bullish about PulseChain eventually turning, memes are going to play a massive role in value creation, right? So it's a cool site. There are a couple other sites there, and I thought I had the other ones freely available to me, but I may have saved them on another browser. So there are a couple of good meme sites now. This is obviously one of the premium ones, but yeah, pretty cool. So that is memes. But the other thing we're going to have is casinos, right? So we're going to have casinos, and I want to quickly talk about that. We're obviously going to have on-chain bet, which is not around yet. So that's the OC token. We are expecting that the claim phase to end, right? So on-chain bet. I think I've got the link here too. Let me see. On-chain bet. So this is from Jacob, of course, the founder of Mafia Game, which is getting pretty close to fully launched. It's kind of had a phased launch, and so that's getting closer. So that is coming up with the games, but we've obviously got the casinos coming up with on-chain bet. It's going to be pretty big. It's going to be multi-chain. You can see it's going to have a lot of utilities, on-ramps and bridges, liquidity, affiliates, of course, and rewards. So it's going to have a lot of cool things there at the moment. At the moment, of course, the token claim is still on until I think the end of September, and then it goes on to a secondary claim phase, which is a bit not as good a rate. But at the moment, we can see the claim phase is up at 51% right now on the OC chart, and this will no doubt be trading soon. Now, the question is, presumably, if it ends in September, then we get a launch in October. So that's kind of the logic there. We shall see. Obviously, we're a huge fan of Jacobs, but timing has always been an issue there, and so we'll just have to wait, and that's all we can do. Yeah, and will we get Mafia Game as well on the back of that? But that's the first casino. The other one, of course, is, and these are going to be large. They're going to be a large, pretty large system, high technology, the frontier of peer-to-peer crypto. That's pretty much where we are as well. We've also got X Game, of course. X Game is about to launch, and of course, this is the official token now for the X Game decentralized casino. See, the price is just tapering off a little bit now because the RSIs were extremely hot, right? We talked about that. And now we've got the 4-hourly down to the 50 mark. We've got the daily candles still hot at the moment at 70. And of course, the weeklies are probably still very hot as well. So, it's not surprising after that huge rally that we're still, pretty hot. There's 84 on the week, guys. On the RSIs are pretty amazing. That's even held up as this well so far. But the launch is pretty imminent. And so we've got the website too that has been out there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So the website looks pretty amazing. So this is the second one. So we're going to have on-chain bet and we're going to have X Game. They're going to be, visually probably very different from each other. But it's going to be pretty exciting there. Yeah. Frogboy says, meme season coming to PulseChain. What's your thought on that idea? Just the fact that meme coins do really amazing, and we've got tons of them on PulseChain, and we've got pump tires as well. So that's really the idea, that a lot of value once people get quite wealthy in the cause in particular, that a lot of meme coins do extremely well. So I'm not expecting that not to happen this time around as well. Now you will have to pick the real good ones, because obviously some will do extremely well, others will do modestly well. And of course, you always want to beat PulseChain, right? Beat PulseChain. So that's kind of the idea there. Just like that, we'll see the DEXs re-rate in value as well. So we're just all waiting for that, and it's pretty much about being in the best categories, having a good diversification of the top tokens in each of the best categories, depending on your risk return profile and distribution in your portfolio, right? So it's kind of some of the key stuff there. But X Game is coming, and this is going to be our first big launch here from the big whale, Fire Whale. And it's got a casino license, which is a gaming license, got GLI 9 certification. So this is really, really big. The first title is Crash, so they're going to be Crash is the first game coming out, but we know that they're going to have at least 3 or 4 major games. And like I say, I think the visuals will be very different from On-Chain Bet, but we shall see. You never know. Jacob might surprise us with some pretty cool animations. On that being said, we do know that the game on this Crash game is pretty amazing, right? So there will be affiliates as well, up to 30%. So 30% referrals, and of course, it's going to be buying and burning with profits, not just from PulseChain but multi-chain onto the Solid X token. So it could be absolutely massive, guys. Absolutely massive. So very, very excited where this will go, and the launch could be imminent before the end of September. So this is somebody that seems to be launching, relatively speaking, within the time that they said. So it's exciting to see that. So, like I say, casino boom is coming, guys. The other big thing, of course, is that we've got a game boom, which we've sort of talked about the last couple of weeks. Obviously, we've had Gladiator games, and Gladiator games is still operating as normal. But, of course, the OA wallet was hacked, but the game is still going on. And I believe that the game will start we can see the price is actually recovering here, so it's kind of cool to see. And there will be no doubt a roadmap forward in the game. So I actually think a lot of the value's inside the game, and therefore there is a in-game token called gold. And you need to get gold, you need to pay with Pulse. So the gaming mechanism is excellent, and that can be developed dramatically in a very fast pace of time. So Gladiator Games continues on, and we're looking forward to see the roadmap ahead from the developer Jason, who's also out there. So expect to see more around Gladiator Games. The tournament is finishing, I think, today, and prizes will still be given out, even though those prizes were also hacked. But the developer's going to cover those. So it's good times, and it's going to roll on to next weekend, etc. It's the last update we had. So we'll keep you abreast with all the latest on Gladiator Games. So get out there and start playing today. It really is a great game. I was still playing it all yesterday and over the weekend. I had a couple of wins, and then I started having a couple of losses, just the way it goes sometimes. There we go. I think I'm in the middle of the table somewhere. But quadruple 047. So we've got a bit of a recovery here in the price, and I guess it's kind of a long way still to go to get back to where the whale, the hacker dumped. Now, obviously, it's a bit controversial about the hackers always, so I'm not going to get too much into that. But here we got a 419% gain back to where the hacker came in and took the OA. Now, we do have a lot more whales now. So we had about 5 whales before the hack. We got about 13 now, something like that. So congratulations, all the whales and the old Rome token. Frogboy said, could we see the reverse Pulse memes going mega and then rotating profits into cause? Absolutely, Frogboy. That could happen as well. But, we got Richard on one side. Richard's not really a meme guy. So we got Richard on the cause, and any of the big players on the cause. And then we've got a lot of the retail book into the memes. So, we've got, I think, different drivers driving that. But the other big thing I didn't talk about with the memes is that we're going to have Battle of the Memes on Coinarchy coming from Rack and Rochelle. So that's a really bullish thing for that as well, which I should have talked about. But that is a mega big. The Battle of the Memes can be huge, and I will be covering memes. And typically, I'm not really generally a big meme person, but I've increased my meme coverage over the last couple of months, and I've increased my game coverage as well, which generally do cover. I like gaming a lot, and then of course casinos have cover those as well because they're a lot of fun. And we're always looking for really good use cases on the blockchain, and so they're doing really well. So Rome token at the moment on the recovery, and the game still is full playable. and of course you can get your gold and that. So we'll keep you abreast on all the roadmap from the developer. Still very excited about Rome, and it is the first full game that's operating. Now, obviously, Mafia's been out. It's been in a phased launch, so we're not discounting that at all because Mafia's been really good from that point of view. But it's not fully launched until the killing happens, right? So that's still to come up. So that may be October as well. Maybe that may launch the same time as On-Chain Bet. So those are both Jacob's projects, right? Mafia and On-Chain Bet. Now, the other big thing, of course, is that we've got another game that's about to launch as well, and that's coming out probably next in Q4, so somewhere between October and December. We've got Giza there. Giza's going to be another Mafia game, so you can make of that what you will, but 2 Mafia games competing against each other, and this could be a very different looking Mafia game. That's going to be pretty interesting. Now, this game won't have the big giant vault that Mafia has from Jacob. That's a huge vault, right? So it's a top 1,000 wallet and PulseChain side and BNB side, but it could be still pretty huge, right? So we'll keep a lookout for that for Giza with the Mafia game, and the visuals could be very, very different. So especially if it has 3D animations, that could be really, really exciting. So we'll keep a track on that. So like I say, we've got MemeCoin, casinos, and gaming coming up. They're obviously generally all riskier than sort of Richard Heart cause by a long country mile. But they all offer different opportunities, and potentially some of them will be big X gains. On the other hand, also it's the gaming experience itself, right? And in-game currencies also can play a huge role. So take note of that. Some people jump into Telegram threads, say, "Hey, when are they going to pump my bags?" And it's like, "Hey, dude, this is a game. This is a game, dude." So the prices are probably more of a function of the success of the game, not the other way around, right? So some people, I think they get their drivers wrong, but it's just the way it is. It's crypto for you, right? Mad gains all around, mad gains. So a lot of cool stuff coming. Just in summary, meme coins. We've got Battle of the Meme Coins from Rack and Michelle with Coinaki coming up. That's we could have that in October. We've obviously got a couple good websites, meme websites, and I'll try and bring up a couple of the other ones that I've found from the community around memes. But RH Memes liquidity is pretty cool. Obviously, we've got this meme competition going on as well that I haven't got up at the moment. So we might talk about a few of those tomorrow. I'll make sure I get those up and running. So we've got that coming, and of course we've got a good bunch of memes, maybe a good 30 memes, 35 memes, something like that now on PulseChain. And then we've got lots of rubbish, of course, lots of rubbish stuff that gets launched on Pump Tires, but probably got a good 30, 35 memes out there as well. So the battle of the meme coins on Coinaki will be really fun to see play out. And of course the winner always gets coins burned, and that's going to be very popular. And of course, getting meme coins out there means that social media is going to get flooded with memes, and it all leads to PulseChain. And at the moment, we're still on the low side, guys. I'll just be frank about it. And there's only a few teams doing a few good efforts, and even then, they can still ramp up their efforts as well. And that gets people excited, right? So everyone goes, "Hey, PulseChain really is everywhere with the memes online, particularly X and Telegram and places like that." Even TikTok could be a great place for little memes because it kind of fits the platform really well. So I think MemeCoin boom could really be huge, and not only huge for meme coins, but also for the PulseChain as well, just as a massive promotional, right? And that builds on the back of Richard Hart's, tablets that are out there at the moment that people are excited about on eBay, with a couple $1,000 worth of value. It's causing a bit of stir as well, and you got crazy people fudding it and getting attention that way as well. So there's lots of opportunities there with the old meme coin boom. Obviously, with casinos, we're about to have Firewhale launch his X game. That's going to be huge for X game and Solid X. So that's massive for PulseChain. It's going to be omni-chain. All the funds, profits are going to flow in from other chains like BaseChain into PulseChain. So it's a huge bump in for PulseChain as well. And then, of course, we've got Jacob may launch on-chain bet in October. It does seem like the logical time. And we'll see. And then, of course, gaming boom. With the other case, with gaming boom, we've got obviously a couple of these games, Mafia, Giza, and of course Gladiator Games, which has been out for 2 weeks, and we're looking at see where all the founders take those projects. So it really is exciting, and we could see a lot more games coming, top tier games coming to PulseChain with those three really doing well. So we'll keep a lookout on all those. It's early days in the gaming space, but it has begun, which is pretty awesome. So that's pretty much some of the cool things happening. Frogboy says, with what if RH public sentiment on memes grows more positively? I don't know about that. I've never really seen him change too much about it. He does push pump tires now, so that has been a big pivot from him. So, never say never. But, the cores are his baby, as it say. The cores are his baby. But, a couple of the memes he might push out later on. We'll see. He has changed a little bit on those positions. Obviously, he launched pump tires. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, so that's pretty much it today. 40 minutes on the hour. I'm going to finish up a bit earlier today, and that was a bit of a teaser. I've got quite a bit on today, and we've got the Monster Thread coming out tonight. So Monster number 20 weeks of the Monster Thread. I know that MBS Crypto is working hard on that, and so look forward to the 20th week of Monster Thread. Isn't that crazy? 20 weeks of the PulseChain newsletter. Telling such a fantastic thing. You can find out all the hottest things over the last week, and it really suits a lot of people that are busy. A lot of people that are new to PulseChain get to see all the latest news. So look forward to Monster Thread and number 20. I can't believe it myself. 20 weeks, isn't it crazy? It is a publication, of course, of the Crypto Night Show. Now, today's live stream is a little bit shorter, but I have got quite a few guests here at the moment, so I've got to get back to them. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Frogboy says, awesome, Superman. Yeah, appreciate that. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one. And you never know, guys. You never know. We might just get one of these, right? We might just get one.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment because it's easier to get them because it takes less economic energy because there's less of it for sale.
You just never know. And, of course, we just had the interest rate cuts. You just never know with Richard Hart, do you? You never know. So keep a lookout for that. All right, take care. Bye for now.